Live from Oakland A Spring Training, here's Carmichael Dave and Jason Ross. Brought to you by Jiffy Lube.
Funny.
That's a great way to come back. As we are here with
What
Sean
we learned.
Manaea. What we learned. All right, I love System of a Down. Absolutely love System of a Down, and the fact that they're finally getting back together and hopefully making some. They had like 2 songs last year. They're making new stuff. And you were telling us during the break, again, as Sean Manaea joins us, and we'll talk A's at some point, but you were saying you saw them.
Yeah.
How were they live?
Incredible.
Yeah.
I knew, like, growing up, I pretty much just listened to like their singles.
Sure.
My brother's like a big music nerd, and he like we were down there for 3 or 4 days, and he made sure to go through the entire like their catalog. So I was like kind of,
that's
well
good to
versed.
hear.
Yeah,
because they shouldn't be good. They shouldn't be good live, and what I mean by that is their music, their harmonies, the way they do things, you would not think lends itself to a live show because it's such a high degree of difficulty.
Yeah.
And I know they used to be tremendous. I haven't seen them in like 10 years. So that's good to hear that they're
they put on a show for sure. I had a great time.
You said San Diego. Where was it in San Diego?
San Diego State.
Oh, campus. Okay.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah. Well, campus show.
Little campus.
Yeah.
How was your off season?
Great.
Yeah.
Chilled, travel a little bit. Yeah, nothing too crazy.
Like, is it an off season or how much? I say baseball work. Are you getting in, or do you shut it down?
No, I shut it down for 2 weeks.
That's barely anything.
Yeah, I used to, it's kind of as I've gotten older, I've realized I need less time.
Yeah.
To like chill and relax. So it used to be like a couple months, and then it was like a month, and now it's like 2 weeks, and then I'm like starting to throw again. Started coaching some kids a little bit out in San Francisco. Just been fun.
We had Trevino in here a couple of days ago, and he said something to us that made us so happy. He said that you guys are known to play really good games of Which Would You Rather.
I think we have it.
Do we have it?
Yeah.
Oh, please, Chris, roll the tape if you could, for Sean. Or do
Would
we
you rather have nostril-sized fist or fist-sized nostrils?
Is that the question to me, or
that was?
Yeah. Did he say you? Is that your question?
Yeah, because we were trying to figure out. He referenced somebody. We weren't sure if it was you that actually asked that question.
Came up, but you didn't come up with that one.
That wasn't. Okay, so the question he had asked was, would you rather have nostril-sized fists or fist-sized nostrils?
I'm definitely going fist-sized nostrils. One,
that's the right answer.
Breathing through your nose would be just exponentially easier.
Right.
Exercise, baseball activities.
Oh, sure.
Running. No problems there.
You just have to throw the baseball the other way.
Yeah, maybe if you're able to grip onto it, you might be able to put more spin on it somehow.
Maybe.
I guess you'd kind of be doing this a lot for the first, you're not used to it.
How do you eat?
And then you're,
right.
You guys have idle time. The idle time at the park is we're finding is pretty entertaining.
Yeah. A lot all the time. Yeah. Especially for pitchers, especially for starters. I mean, we pretty much guaranteed 4 days off.
Right.
They're not off days, but, not really doing anything other than getting ready for our starts, which, there's a lot to it, but, especially like games, just kind of watching. So
yeah,
your mind tends to wander a little bit.
Sean Manaea with us. Sean, would you rather fight 1,000 or 100 duck-sized horses or 1 horse-sized duck?
I'm definitely taking the 100 duck-sized horses.
Yeah, that's what Lou said.
They might try to stampede me, but
sure. You can boot them.
Yeah, it'd probably be just like a massage or something.
We when we come down here, we like talking. Obviously, we got to talk baseball, but it's always fun to get to know you guys. Yeah. And one through line we've had, whether it was Marcotte or Lou or anybody we've talked to, is you hear the noise, the moving, the clubhouse or the Coliseum, the whole thing. Bo Mel's gone this year. You got that's a big change, but it just seems like every year you guys you push right through all that.
Yeah. I kind of think that's the since I've been here, there's been a lot of changes that's been going on, and it just kind of just got to adapt and overcome all those obstacles. And with Boma leaving, that was definitely like a big change. I mean, he's been here for what was that, like 12 years or something like that.
Yeah.
And, having a new manager, first time manager, but being under his wing for the past 3, 4, 5 years or whatever it's been, I definitely think that's a huge help. And Cost was a great player when he played, so he definitely knows the game of baseball. So kind of passing the baton was, I think, definitely the right move. So I mean, just got to keep doing what we've been doing.
How about for you, Sean? When you've seen a lot of your teammates move on, but your name gets mentioned now. Like, is that in one form? I'm sure flattering, but you're an Oakland A. Like, how do you compartmentalize something like that?
It is weird. I have been traded. I mean, I got traded here in 15.
Sure.
That was a little bit different, just being in like the minor leagues and kind of like heard my name, but it wasn't like anything crazy. But now it's just kind of all over the place, and it's definitely a lot different. But at the same time, I guess it doesn't really matter where I'm at. It's still baseball. So I'm just getting prepared for the season, and just see where it goes.
Sure. One more quick thing on that, because I don't want to dive too. You're already dealing with that garbage anyways. But I'm always interested in the minutia. When you find out something like that, let's say something happens.
Mm-hmm.
Is it usually like, do you know who is it going to be your agent? Is it somebody with the team? Does it vary? And I'm asking because I can imagine that it's just annoying to have these mosquitoes around you. So when that person now, when they show up on your caller ID in a text or something, like, and you look at it like, oh God, is this? Oh, okay, no, they got me a can of soda or something. I don't know that. Like, is it just the little crap like that fans, we don't understand, that just you got to push aside?
Like, what do you mean?
I'm saying, like, do you generally, if news were to come out tomorrow, hey, Sean's been traded,
mm-hmm.
Is that going to be your agent? Is that going to be somebody with your organization? Do you even know? And does it get to the point where, like, you're looking at caller ID and going, oh God, is this it?
Yeah. I don't know. Like, when I got traded over here, it was my AA manager.
Mm-hmm.
He's the one that called me, and then it was like 2 seconds later, I saw it on MLB Network.
Right.
Ben Zobrist's been traded for Sean Manaea and Aaron Brooks, and so it's crazy how like quick everything just kind of unfolds, and everything like that. But I don't know. Like like you said, like the caller ID stuff, it's kind of all the spam calls that are out there. It's just like kind of like any number that's got my area code.
Sure.
I'm like, okay, that's probably nothing. And then there's like the 800 numbers or like whatever. But anything other than that, it's like, okay, what's going to happen
on here?
Yeah. Those are like the tiny things that happen, but they kind of just poke you all the time. But it's crazy.
That's
for sure.
Right.
What's the best part about being a starting pitcher in the major leagues?
Just definitely the puzzle of everything, like being able to go through a lineup and figuring things out of what this guy did his first AB or what he did to you 2 starts ago.
Sure.
Like, you learn those things, and then it's learning those things and then implementing what you learned into the next game or the next AB or the next pitch.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like not like conscious thinking, but you just kind of like take note, and then you just like kind of put in the back of your head, like, oh, he did this one time, but then you kind of like start playing mind games, like, oh, he did this, but maybe he's not going to expect it again this time. And then sometimes you get home runs and you're like, okay, well, so you won't be doing that.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking one follow up on that, where you get 30 plus starts a year. What's the ratio of when, okay, I had good stuff today, but they kept hitting me too. Mm-hmm. I didn't have it, and I had a good, like, how many times would you say that happens in a season where they hit it to everybody. Just like that day, and you're like, I didn't really have it. Versus the other one.
Yeah. I don't even know if you could put like a number on it. I mean, I feel like it happens often where, you know, you're not feeling like you're never the 100% days. I feel like you are like the unicorn days, you know, they don't happen like a crazy amount of time. So it's kind of like, how do you deal pitching at 80 or 90% or, you know, anything like that. So, yeah, I mean, you could throw the best pitch ever and a guy, you know, butt out swing and just hits a little duck snort over the third baseman's head. So I don't know. There's so much, not luck, but, you know, chance and other factors that are involved. So I don't know. It's wild how often that does happen where you feel like not good and you end up going 6 or 7 and then you feel great and everything's just getting smashed. So
which is a bigger challenge mentally. You go out there, you're warming up, and you got it. You got your good stuff. That thing's dropping a few feet, and you're snapping it in the mitt. Which is more mentally difficult, having the good stuff and staying within yourself and not getting overconfident and making mistakes, not having your good stuff and pushing through and focusing and being more analytical or whatever you need to do, which is a tougher mental issue.
I'd probably say the feeling good.
Yeah.
And then just everything's getting hit and you're like, oh, what
else do I do?
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Do I got to start throwing right-handed now? Or, no, it's yeah. I mean, if you're going out with like your A stuff and you know, I mean, I guess there's a difference if it's you know like light contact and you're getting hits as compared to you know
They're
guys squaring up
smashing it.
balls. You know, then that's a big difference too.
Sure.
But yeah, definitely going out with your A stuff and you know, just little hits, and then some guy gets like a big hit and
Right.
you know 3 runs are on the board and you're like, well,
Yep.
you know, we gotta lock it in here. So yeah, at the same time you feel good, then it's like easy to just be like, all right, let's lock it in and you know just trust that you know your stuff's can't like happen all the time, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Of course.
They can't square up everything.
Nope.
That's what I
Eventually.
thought. Yeah.
I should know this, but I feel like I remember this happening last year or the year before. How many hits do you have?
In my career, 3.
Did you have like a double or triple?
I wish I had a triple.
Double?
No, you got a double.
Okay,
Yeah.
I think that's the one I remember. That was
Quaid.
good for Sean.
Yeah, off Cueto. Yeah, that was fun.
Off Cueto?
Off Cueto.
Yeah,
Oh,
San
wow.
Francisco.
Was he like pausing in mid stride or
Yeah,
give you
so
one of
I-
those?
You know, I'm not a good hitter by any means, but
Right.
I have a little leg kick, and then he started doing that stuff. I was like,
Oops.
okay, now
I'll show you mine.
No, yeah, just
Yeah.
gotta not even like a toe tap. So I just kind of, yeah, there was no like stride or anything. I just flicked the bat and
Nice.
somehow make contact. But the best part, I didn't even like feel it, so that was cool.
Oh yeah.
I've definitely like fouled off pitches and you know, you get those
Right.
bee stings in
It's
your
got the
hand.
sweet spot though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I get it why hitters are like they chase that feeling. So
Sure.
that
Yeah,
was
absolutely.
that was a nice feeling.
Nice.
Last thing for you, we've asked everybody this. We had a debate before we came here, right the day we came down. Normal Joes being able to do professional baseball player things. Now, and we always do the disclaimer. We're not going to do baseball player things. Like you guys are gods on the field, but we're trying to think of what we'd have the best odds of pulling off once. So we both agreed immediately we're not getting a hit.
No,
like
no
let's
chance.
just it's not happening. Like we're not getting a hit. Who was it that said can of corn to us?
Scotty thought we
Scotty.
could catch fly ball. I'm like, yeah,
Can of
okay, we
corn.
probably could, but
We thought, could we get Tony Kemp in a pickle?
we said no.
We said no. He said yes,
which we were surprised
which
by.
we were very surprised. And then
He's a magician.
I thought maybe I know this sounds weird on the surface, but I said maybe we could actually get an out as a pitcher, only because like when you see position players come in and then guys try to swing out of their socks and they dribble one to second, like
Yeah.
maybe that's it.
or hit right to somebody.
or hit right to
Yeah.
somebody. But
Mhm.
if you're thinking like, what do you think? Is there something that a normal Joe could pull off one time as a Major League Baseball player?
Yeah,
Yeah.
pitching for sure. Like if you were to do, like who was it, Brock Holt last year? Like he threw 30.
Yeah,
you know, like
right.
that's crazy. And I think he got a strikeout or something.
Man,
yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, obviously, like you probably get hit around, but
Sure.
Guys aren't gonna square up every single thing. I mean,
Yeah.
you guys played softball before, right?
Yeah.
Like, you don't hit the ball.
Played
every
Little League.
single
I
time.
mean,
Yeah. I think the pitching part, like if you have like a defense behind you, for sure, guys will roll over a pitch. I mean, they're so used to 90.
Yeah.
I feel like anything
A
over
smooth
under
40 coming in is
they're like.
They're used to
What to do.
90.
antsy.
I'm hitting, I'm only hitting 85.
yeah,
so,
only. Yeah.
of course.
Probably you could first base too. Like
That's what
catching
I
down.
said.
he
I go, I
said.
feel like, and now I'm thinking about Chapman throwing one of those. I'm like, okay, I might, do a little sign of the cross,
Yeah.
but he'd almost have to throw it into my glove, and like I'd look away and just like hope it goes
close
in
your
there.
eyes.
The smalls.
But if he
Right.
one
Yes.
hop, if he
Good
one
run.
hop me, yeah, come on now.
Yeah, I've been at first base when he's like practicing and he's just kind of like messing around, but there's still rockets. I'm like,
Yeah.
wow,
Yeah.
this is, like Ole's just he's just so casually. Like,
It's so weird how
Yeah.
he just picking out
Yeah.
90 mile an hour.
yeah, it's crazy.
Sean, we've enjoyed talking to you throughout the years. Are you still, by the way, are you still the champion of the, when we came down a few years before COVID, everybody said you were killing it at the hoop they have up in the clubhouse. Are you still there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd say I'm probably the best shot in the
Okay.
clubhouse.
Oh, okay.
Actually, not probably. I definitely have the best
Definitely.
shot.
Wow. Look at that.
So yeah, we have a whole setup at the Coliseum now. We got like a
Okay.
bigger mini hoop, and we set up on like a pillar.
Who's
So-
number two? Who would give you a run?
I mean, there's some new guys too. They got to scout.
Yeah, I definitely got to.
But they're chasing you.
True. Yeah, the top dog's
Yeah.
far above the rest.
Okay.
Probably I don't know. Lou Brown Bear's he's got a good shot. He's got a good fadeaway.
Yeah.
A fade Johnny. Sorry, that's the thing.
Right.
Yeah, there's some guys that are in there, but
You're not looking
Yeah.
behind you. You're looking ahead of you.
yeah,
So you don't really notice.
yeah, and just
Yeah.
whoever is back there, just whatever.
Yes.
Playing for second.
I know I speak for A's fans, and there are real human beings behind the uniforms, which is one of the reasons we love coming down here so much. I hope we're talking to you next year down here, whether we are or aren't. You've been wonderful over the years. Go out, be safe, have a wonderful year, and thank you always so much for spending time with us.
Of course, thank you very much, guys.
All right, we will take a break. We'll come back.